Hello, Prison Epistles class. Continuing our Philippians thought. As I mentioned, we're going to dive into 2, 5 through 11. Now, this is a hymn that is central to the entire book. Whether Paul appropriated it or wrote it himself is unsure. But again, you're probably familiar with this about how Jesus operated, what he did. But I want to take a look at, especially in light of the reversals theme. Remember, Philippians. How is the reversal seen through Jesus and his story? So we know we have Christ. Hopefully this marker is visible enough. And so equal to God, right? Equal to God, being in the very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped. So right there, he lets go. He lets go of grasping onto equality with God. Then he made himself nothing, taking on human form. All right, so again, he's condescending, letting go of his deity, not letting go of his deity, but letting go of the equality with God, assuming humanity. Not even that, but then not just becoming a human. If Jesus had just become a human king of the world, it still would have been a humongous humiliation. Not only that, but he became a servant. So another condescension, Jesus going down even further. Then obedient to death, not just being obedient as a servant, but even being obedient to die, right? Which is just, going lower and lower. And then not only that, even death on a cross. It's one thing just to die or even to be killed, but death by slow, torturous execution is another thing entirely. And so little by little we see Christ condescending to us for what we need. But it says, therefore, because of that, God then exalted him. Right there. There's our reversal. Our first one, reversal, Christ as God, reversing all the way to become a human, a servant, dying in the most torturous of way. But then what does God do? God reverses it back around, exalted him to the highest place, giving him the name above all name. Every knee should bow, every tongue confess. And so through this, Jesus was already God, but he condescended, and even through that, in God's perfect plan and story, then re-exalted him to be over everything, proving his sovereignty, proving all that. He was God already. That's one of the mysteries, and we can't get into all the theology of it right now. I don't have all the answers to that anyway. But through this, we see Jesus' huge condescension and humiliation being reversed, becoming King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Every knee will bow. So again, this huge theme of reversal is the center of Philippians. This hymn here, which everything connects to. Now, interesting little biblical theology footnote, right? So Christ becoming human, and who is Christ? Who is a type of Christ, often compared to as the first human, first man is, Adam. Adam, who was a human, but Jesus right here, letting go of his equality with God. Adam strove to become God through, the sin on the tree, as the story goes. His action, instead of letting go, become God, strived to become like God, and through that was rejected, finding death. So in the same way, Jesus is a reversal. Not only did Jesus' story get reversed, Jesus is a reversal of humanity's story. Us, Adam, we could write in Michael Hadinger, we could write in Lonnie Thompson, we could write in Vicky or Laura, anybody, we could write their name in, And our story is us striving to be like God, maybe not with the fruit on the tree, but by being good enough on our own, by following our own way. We're striving to be God, and because of that, through our striving to be immortal, to be powerful, through that we lose everything and are separated from God through our own actions, our own choice, and thus need Christ's reversal of our own story, flipping this you upside down. So I know it's a lot of lines, but to me this is really cool stuff. It's the story. It's the layers behind the story of who Jesus is, who we are, what he's done for us. And so again, this just goes with the theme of Philippians. Jesus is this central hymn to this book. Jesus going lower, 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 and through this, God exalts him. Is a reversal of us trying to reach God and falling. That is the ultimate reversal right there. That's the one that really matters, that really is needed by us. And so again, the one main point, Philippians, it is a book of reversals. And here's our cool thing to look at and dig into from that. So again, that is Philippians, a town of patriotism where Jesus is Lord, and a story of how life is backwards and reversed. Seeing that through and in a bunch of different ways, but mainly through Christ. All right, so next up we have Colossians and Philemon.